Welcome all, this is Raj Kumar. In this video you are going to see a pattern program. That is, write a Python program to print like a left angle triangle of hash. That means if I given n as 5 means it will print hash in 5 number of rows like a left angle triangle. Now pause the video and think a logic for this program. Okay, if you see this pattern means obviously the column here, the column and the number of rows are related to each other. So for the first row it will print 4 spaces and 1 hash. For the second row it will print 3 spaces and 2 hash. For the third row it will print 3 hash. For the fourth row it will print 4 hash. For the fifth row it will print nothing spaces, only hashes, that is 5 hash. So obviously the column is related to the row. So you have to think a logic for column and row only. So now if the column also run 5 times and the row also will run 5 times. So we have to create a 2 loop for that. One is now I am creating the function in the name of pattern and getting input as n. So for r in range, that is row in range 0 to, sorry not 0, 1 to n plus 1. If I given n means the loop will run before n. So I want my loop to run up to n. So I am increment the count by 1. So the row will run up to n plus 1, and after that I want the column also to run the same range, that is 1 to n plus 1. So here I am using the condition if my column is lesser or equal n means it will print empty space. Now see, before that you should know that if row run 1 time means for every 1 time the column will run 5 times. If I given n as 5 means, think that if row runs, this outer loop run 1 time means the inner loop run 5 times if I given n as 5 means. So my here I am using the condition column is lesser or equal n means it will print space. For the first time it will print 1 space, for the second time also it will print space, up to n times it will print space. But what I need is to print this 1 hash. For this 1 hash I am giving the condition as n minus r. So for the first time think if I given n as 5 means for the first time it will now the condition is true. Now it will go to the inner loop and now the c is obviously 1. So the first time in the n minus r is here, the n minus r is what? Now the n is c is 1 and n minus r is 5 minus 1 is 4. So 1 is lesser or equal to 4, the condition is true, so it will print 1 space. And for the second time also what, up to 4 times it will print space, right? For the second time the condition is true. The second time the c run means it will not go to the outer loop, it will the loop will run inside only. For the second time it will print space, and for the third time also it will print another space, and for the fourth time also it will print what? Another space. The condition is obviously true, so it will print another space. For the fifth time, now the twist is there. For the fifth time the condition is false, so what I want to print? Here I want to print is hash. So in the else spot, so obviously it will go to the else spot and print hash. but all I want is to print a space and hash in the same line. So here I am using end is equal empty string. So obviously it will print space and hash in the same line. Once my column loop ends means, that is here you see, once my column loop will print 4 spaces and 1 hash means obviously it will move to the next line. So for moving to next line, here I am using empty print. After once the column will end the loop means it will move to the next line. So I am using here is empty sprint. For empty print it will move to the next line. So for the second time, now the n minus r is 5 minus 2 is obviously 3, so it will print 3 spaces. Here the condition is true, so it will print 3 spaces. For the fourth time the loop run means it will go to else spot and print 1 hash. For the fifth time the loop run means it will, the condition is false, so it will go to the else spot and print hash. After that it will move to the next line. Now the r is 3, so obviously the n minus r is 5 minus 2 is what, 5 minus 2 is 3, so 1 is less than or 3, so it will print 3 spaces. 5 minus 2, sorry, 5 minus 3 is 2, right? 5 minus 3 is 2, so it will print 2 spaces. And remaining for the third number of loop, if the condition is false, so it will print 1 hash. And again for the fourth time the condition is false, it will print another hash. And for the fifth time it will print another hash. So the condition is false. For the third time the loop run means it will print 2 spaces, and obviously it will print 3 number of hashes. So for the fourth time, now n minus r is what, 5 minus 1 is 5 minus 4 is 1. Now it will print 1 spaces, and for the remaining 4 times the condition is false, so it will obviously move to the else spot and print 4 hashes. So the condition here is false, so it will print 4 hash. And for the fifth time the loop run means 5 minus 5 is obviously 0, the condition is false here, so it will print all hashes. All the conditions are false, so it will go to always else spot and print hash now. So if I given n as 5 means it will print 5 number, it will print 5 hashes like a left angle triangle. So for getting the input from the user, here I am using row equal to int of input open and close, and I am using enter a number of rows. Then I am calling the function and giving an argument as row. Here n parameter, accept that argument and take it what the user given. So now if I run means obviously it will ask enter a number of rows. So if I given 5 means it will print 5 hashes like a left angle triangle. If I given 10 means, and again I want to run, if I given 10 means it will print 10 number of hashes like a left angle triangle. So what you want to notice that is instead of empty space I am giving here is C. So you can easily understand that. If I again run means I am giving n as 5. So you see that for the 1, 2, 3, 4 times it will print spaces. For the fifth time, obviously the condition is here is false, so it will print one hash. For the second range, it will print 1 2 3 spaces and 2 hashes. For the third time, the loop run means it will print 1 2 spaces and 3 hashes. For the fourth time, it will print 1 space and 4 hashes. For the fifth time, the loop run means it will print what? Now the condition is false, right? So it will always print hash, that is 5 hash. Now I'm changing the CS empty string and again and run and give number of rows as 5 means it will print like this. So if you like the video means you can share it to a friend and subscribe my YouTube channel, and you have any doubt means you can obviously ask in the comment box. Thank you.